sometimes you can't meet each other in person.
But that doesn't mean we can't make videos and know each other more.
We asked you to ask us some questions, which we will answer.
And you guys were amazing. There are so many questions, so we will try to go through all of them. Or we won't.
And if we don't manage, we're gonna split it in half, so don't you worry. We're gonna get to your question. Probably, maybe, for sure.
Definitely.
Also, it would be really cool if you would answer these same questions in the comment section as well, so we get to know you more, because it's really cool to talk with you, have conversations with you. Of course, some questions will be personally for us, so you won't be able to answer, but whichever questions you can, do it.
Which game have you purchased as a gift for someone the most?
I have two that I immediately can tell you. One is just one, because it can be played with whoever, whenever, basically. Another one, which will be shameless promotion for you, is actually Ice Cool.
I was gonna say that.
Even for non-gamers, they will enjoy it because it's a dexterity game, it's fun, it looks good.
For me, usually it's smaller games, like either card games, no bigger than just one, I'd say. Mine would be The Mind or Illusion, or small card games like that. But I think it's gonna be overtaken by Micro Macro in the future. Because now I'm like, that's a good one. That's a good one. It's a bit bigger box, but I feel that's such a good gift for anybody. Viesters is asking, which board game got you into the hobby, and do you still play it or would play it?
So the first serious board game I played was Catan, as everybody, and I loved it, but it didn't get me into this hobby for the long haul. But what did was Eldritch Horror. It got me stuck to this hobby from the first time I played it till right now. So it's an awesome cooperative game, so I'm in this because of it.
Well, for me, to be honest, I think the first big modern board game was Magic the Gathering. But at that time, there was no alternatives. I mean, either you play Monopoly or you play Magic the Gathering. Either you play chess or Magic the Gathering. But then later on, when I got older, there was Settlers of Catan available. And then I guess it was Settlers of Catan that got me in. Would I still play it today? I would. It's not something I would bring up because I'm like all into the new games. This is new. This is new. I gotta play this. I gotta play this. I gotta play this. But if somebody else suggests it, I would play it. Also Magic the Gathering, also would play it.
What are some obscure board games that are no longer on the market, but were awesome? Do they even exist?
Wow. I'm gonna say Blobel. So it's a party game. It's called Tower of Blobel. You probably haven't ever heard of it, because I only heard of it because of Jamie Stegmaier's video where he discussed it. And then I got it and I played it, and it's really, really unique. And I'm gonna say obscure. Obscure is probably a very good word for weird, right?
Weird and not known together, I guess, yeah. I would go with Duplik. I've been trying to get it for a really long time and I just can't. Actually, thanks to this question, I searched a few shops in Europe and I think I found one. So I'm gonna order it.
They have two? Do they have two?
Super fun party game where one person sees the picture and then has like a minute to tell everybody else what he sees, and everybody else at the same time is drawing that thing. And then at the end, there's 10 points that you check if everybody else drew. And if they did, they get points and all that. So it's a simple premise, which is super fun. And I find it's a good alternative to Just One, which is my go-to party game with all audiences and all people and family, friends, whatever. And Duplik is something similar for me. And I couldn't find it. One friend of mine has it, and that's it. And I think I maybe found it, but as far as I know, they don't make it anymore.
It used to be called Identique, and I used to have it and sold it, and now that's my biggest regret ever. So if they have two, just let me know. Which one of you would survive longer in Squid Games? Yes? Oh man, my wife in the background says it's you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
Traitor.
taller.
You're not taller.
Yeah, I'm taller. I mean, come on. But to be fair, it would be much more fun to watch you in that series than me. So, it's...
Yeah, I don't know. If I die on the first episode, it's not that fun, right?
There's zero chance you would be able to stand still for 30 seconds.
Oh,
no
right.
way.
Yeah, the first test was that. Yeah, I'd die on the first test. I'd have a really bad joke that I would like to tell somebody, and then that's it.
Yeah.
It's a killer joke.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You guys, who do you think would survive longest? What is your guilty pleasure game that you know others would judge you for, but you love it anyways? That's a really good question. Would Uno count? Would that be a guilty pleasure? Because I really
I
enjoy
guess so.
Uno.
I
Yeah, I
guess so,
really
yeah.
do enjoy Uno. Still, I mean, I enjoyed it as a kid, and I enjoyed Monopoly as a kid. Don't tell that to anybody. But I don't enjoy Monopoly anymore. But I still do enjoy Uno quite a bit. So, if that counts,
Like a kid's game like Rhino Hero, which we have talked about in this channel before. It
Yeah.
counts as kids game, but it's amazing. It's really, really fun. And I actually really like Mysterium, which I find a lot of gamers like trashing or not liking, because it's not a serious game. Really enjoy it. It's fun, it's different. This is a big one, and it's more for you. Yanis, where do babies come from?
this is a simple one. So, when a man or a woman loves a man or a woman, right? Then they get together and play a lot of board games.
That's what you call love.
Yeah, exactly. And then they think we need more board game players, and then they will get those more. It's a long investment, you know. It will take time, but eventually they will have. Babies come from the love of board games.
Couldn't have
That's-
told that story any better than you did. What are some games that you take with you while traveling?
Anything that I can fit into my bag. No,
Yeah,
I'm
that's the
kidding.
right answer. We travel a lot with car, so we usually want to involve the driver as well, so we can't use any games that have any like physical pieces really. So we go with Black Stories. It's a game where you just have a situation, one player knows it, knows the right answers, and everybody else is just ask questions and try to find out what really happened. It's really quick, and everybody can talk with each other, and then even the driver can, you know, get involved in this game. So that's really fun. But other than that, I think my favorite would be Just One and The Crew. Just One is a bit bigger, but The Crew is something you can always take with you.
Yeah, Black Stories would be also one of my favorite choices to play because of the reasons you mentioned. You don't have to have a table or anything. You can stand in a line somewhere and play it. But if it would be an actual kind of board game, then I guess it would be Illusion or maybe Timeline, because they're really small and you can throw them in somewhere, and just, yeah, small card games.
So in both of these games, you have a line of cards, and then you draw another one, and you have to place this one in the correct order.
If you could play only one board game for the rest of your life, which one would it be? Oh,
It would be Spirit Island for two reasons. I've really gotten into that game a lot lately, and I just enjoy it, and it doesn't get old. It just gets better each time, which is exactly what you want from a game that you will play forever and ever. And the other thing is that there's so much replayability, because there's different spirits you can try, there's different scenarios you can try, there is so much game into one box that is just awesome, and I could play it forever.
wow. Well, I guess mine would be Here I Stand. It's a war game that I have right here. First of all, I assume I can bring anybody I want, because I need 6 players for that, 5 more victims. But why? Because I really like games that teach you a little bit, and if it's history, I love them even more. And this is a game that kind of covers the Protestant wars and era with Martin Luther, who started the whole movement. And it's a 6-player only game that takes like 8 or 9 hours to play. So when else would I play it if it's the only game I have to play for the rest of my life, right? So I would take that. Giannis, do you have plans for the rest of your life?
Yeah, I'm gonna play Spirit Island, it seems like.
Well, you know, I have this one game that I need 4 more people to play with.
I thought you guys were making a board game. What happened?
My fault. It's my fault. So in this stage, I have to finish up writing the first draft of the rules, and then I'm gonna send it over to Giannis, and then he's gonna, you know, go over and make corrections, and then we're actually gonna create and play first prototype, just the 2 of us. You know, so you don't have to go through that nightmare. And then once we have done that, we will fix some things and do a video. So this year for sure, I'm kidding, in the coming months, there's going to be the next video, because we're kind of hitting the side where there's more work involved. So it takes a bit longer.
We also need to find out a way how to present it like better and more, and communicate with you guys more, because we want to make this game together with you, as we have always said. So it just at this point something that needs a bit more planning for us, but we're gonna do it in February latest at the beginning of March, we should publish an episode. And if not, then
Yes.
it's for sure Janis's fault.
Then it's like double my fault.
Yeah, right. But we're doing it. We're excited about it.
Yes.
It's looking good. Where do you guys get your energy and enthusiasm? wish someone would bottle that stuff, would pay good money for it.
How did they know that's our business plan? How did they know? We've been leaked. Yes, that's our merch. To be honest, we're really enthusiastic about board games and doing videos about them.
That is true.
That's just it's just we really love doing this. And your feedback and this back and forth, you guys, is just throws fuel to the fire.
You maybe just answered the follow-up question as well. But seriously, how do you find the time to play lots of games as well as filming and editing videos?
Yes, Janis, how do you do that? I just show up. My job is just to show up.
But we usually do it late after work hours. We play a lot of board games then. Friends and family, thanks to them, they kind of help us out with that.
I'd like to take this time and thank our wives. I mean, they are the biggest support throughout this year, through this journey. I mean, they play games with us, they suffer us when we talk about the games that we're gonna play, and then we take our time off to do these things, the film videos and everything. Yeah.
So basically they do all the work that we do, which is play the games at later work,
Yeah.
later time, and get none of the benefits.
Exactly.
So,
wow. Yeah.
takes a lot of time to edit these videos, which is around, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours. But to be honest, it's not that difficult when you enjoy what you do. And it's really funny, usually, to just look back at our conversations. It's just really cool to spend time with you. It's funny, so it's easy to do. Those were all the questions for now. Tune in the next time we do this. We will answer others. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave down in the comments any answers that you have for these questions. And we'll see you next time. Right, Janis?
Yeah. Thank you for watching, and subscribe, share, like, and questions were amazing. So hopefully we'll do another one in the future.
Yeah. Bye.